making English easy for everyone.
Speak English with Jay and May.
Hey, English learners! Welcome back to Speak English with Jay and May, your cozy little place to build your English confidence. I'm May.
Hello. Hello, May, and hello, everyone. I'm Jay. How are you today, May?
I'm doing great, Jay. Actually, I just finished my morning coffee and I feel so ready for today. How about you?
I'm good. But May, I have to say, every morning I tell myself, today I will practice English for 1 hour, and then I don't.
Oh, Jay, you just described literally everyone. Every single English learner does this. You plan big, life happens, and suddenly it's midnight and you did zero practice.
Exactly. So what's the secret? How do people actually stick to it?
That is exactly what we're talking about today. How to speak fluent English with only 15 minutes a day, and how to build the discipline to actually do it every single day.
Wait, only 15 minutes? That sounds too easy. Is that really enough?
You'd be surprised, Jay, and I promise, by the end of this episode, you're going to see practice completely differently.
I love that. Okay, I'm ready. But first, May, can I say something to our listeners?
Go ahead.
Hey everyone, if this podcast helps your English, please subscribe, hit the like button, share it with a friend, and turn on notifications. We make a new episode every single day, so don't miss one.
Yes, every day we show up for you, so please show up for us too. Okay, Jay, let me ask you something. When you imagine practicing English, what do you picture?
I picture like sitting at a desk, notebooks, flashcards, maybe a textbook, very serious, very boring.
Right, and that picture right there is the problem, because most learners think practice has to be big, heavy, and perfect, but that's not how the brain actually works.
You mean like the brain doesn't like big, heavy things?
Exactly. The brain actually loves small, repeated actions. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't spend 1 hour brushing teeth on Sunday to be clean all week, right?
No, that would be so weird.
But that's what people do with English. They study for 3 hours on Saturday and nothing the rest of the week. And then they wonder why they're not improving.
Oh, wow. I never thought about it like that. So 15 minutes every day is better than 3 hours once a week?
100%. And science agrees with this. Small, daily habits build strong neural pathways. Every time you practice, even for just 15 minutes, your brain gets a little stronger in English.
Neural pathways? You mean like roads in the brain?
Perfect analogy, Jay. Yes, exactly like roads. The more you drive on a road, the smoother it gets. If you only drive on it once a week, it stays rough and slow.
And if I drive on it every day for 15 minutes?
That road becomes a highway, smooth, fast, and automatic. That's fluency.
Okay, I love this, but May, I still have the discipline problem. Even if I know 15 minutes is enough, I still don't do it. Why is that?
Okay, wait. Here's the interesting part. The reason most people fail isn't laziness. It's actually the way they start.
What do you mean?
So let me tell you about my friend. Her name is Lisa. She wanted to build a running habit. On day 1, she woke up at 5 a.m., ran for 45 minutes, came home exhausted. Day 2, she slept in. Day 3, she said, I'll start again Monday.
Oh no, that sounds very familiar.
And what did Lisa do wrong? She started too big. She made the first step so hard that her brain said, no thank you.
So the trick is to start small?
The trick is to make it so small that your brain has no excuse to say no. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, calls this the 2-minute rule.
2-minute rule? You mean like start with just 2 minutes?
Yes! The idea is make the habit so easy at the beginning that it feels almost silly, because once you start, you usually keep going.
So if I say, I will practice English for 2 minutes, I'll probably end up doing 15.
Almost every time. The hardest part is always starting. Once you open your mouth or open an app, you're already in the habit.
This is where things change. I used to think I needed motivation first, but you're saying just start and motivation comes after.
Exactly. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. Don't wait to feel ready. Start and the feeling comes.
Okay, so we have 15 minutes a day. We start small. What do we actually do in those 15 minutes?
Great question. So I want you to imagine something. Imagine you have a jar, and every day you put one small stone in the jar. Just one. Some days it's a big stone, some days it's tiny, but every day, one stone.
Okay, I'm imagining it.
After 1 month, that jar is getting full. After 6 months, full. After 1 year, you need a bigger jar. That jar is your English. Every 15-minute session is one stone.
Oh, that's such a good picture. So consistency is more important than the size of each session.
Always, always. Now, for those 15 minutes, here's what I recommend. Split it into 3 parts. 5 minutes speaking out loud to yourself, 5 minutes listening to natural English, a podcast, a short video, 5 minutes repeating or shadowing what you heard.
Shadowing? You mean like copying how someone speaks?
Yes, you listen to a sentence, you pause, and you repeat it exactly. Same rhythm, same stress, same emotion. It's one of the most powerful tools for fluency.
I've heard of this, but I always felt embarrassed doing it, talking to myself in my room.
Every fluent English speaker has talked to themselves in a room. Every single one. I used to narrate my morning like a TV show host. And now May is making her coffee. She puts in 2 sugars. Beautiful.
That is amazing and a little bit crazy.
A little bit crazy is how fluency happens. But here's the thing, Jay. Speaking out loud activates a completely different part of your brain than reading or listening. Your mouth muscles actually need practice too.
Like physical practice?
Exactly. Speaking English is partly physical. Your lips, your tongue, your jaw, they need to get used to English sounds. That only happens when you actually speak.
You won't believe what happened next. Actually, May, tell me, did you ever have a moment where you felt your speaking suddenly get better?
Oh yes, I remember it clearly. I had been doing this 15-minute routine for about 3 weeks, and one day I was ordering food at a restaurant and the words just came out, naturally. No thinking, no translating in my head first.
Seriously? Just like that?
Just like that. And I almost cried, because for years I had studied English but always translated from my language first. That day was the first time I thought in English directly.
That's the goal, right? Thinking in English?
That is the dream, and the 15-minute daily habit is what got me there. Not a big course, not expensive lessons, just 15 minutes every single day, done consistently.
Okay, so May, let's talk about the self-discipline part more, because honestly, even when I know all this, some days I just really don't want to do it.
Of course, that's completely normal. Self-discipline doesn't mean you always feel like doing something. It means you do it even when you don't feel like it.
That sounds hard.
It is at first, but here's a trick that really helps. Habit stacking. You attach your English practice to something you already do every day.
Habit stacking? You mean like connecting it to another habit?
Yes. For example, every morning after you brush your teeth, you do your 15 minutes of English. The brushing triggers the English. After a few weeks, it feels automatic.
Oh, that's smart. So I don't have to find a new time, I just attach it to an old habit.
Exactly. You already brush your teeth, you already eat breakfast, you already scroll your phone. Attach English to one of those things.
What about people who say, I don't have time?
To be honest, Jay, most people have 15 minutes. They just spend it scrolling social media or watching short videos, which is fine. But swap one of those for English content and you're already practicing.
So, watch English videos instead of videos in your language?
Or watch videos you already love, but in English. Change the language, add English subtitles. Suddenly, your entertainment becomes practice.
I mean, that's basically learning without even trying.
The best kind of learning, when it doesn't feel like studying. That's when the brain absorbs fastest, because it's relaxed and enjoying itself.
Okay, but May, what about speaking practice specifically? Because I can listen to English all day, but speaking is still scary for me.
Ah, yes, speaking fear. You know, this is the number one thing that stops people from becoming fluent. They know a lot of English, they understand a lot, but they're terrified to open their mouth.
Because what if we make a mistake?
You will make mistakes. That is guaranteed. But here's what I want you to understand. Mistakes are data. They're not failures. They tell you exactly what to fix.
Data. I like that. So a mistake is actually useful information.
The most useful information. Every time you say something wrong and notice it, your brain stores the correction. That's how you improve. Silence doesn't teach you anything.
So I should just talk even if it's messy.
Messy English that you speak is 100 times more valuable than perfect English that stays in your head. Say it out loud, even if it's wrong, especially if it's wrong.
Okay, I need to remember that. Messy but spoken beats perfect but silent.
Write that down, everyone. That is the truth. And the 15 minutes a day, use some of that time to speak about your day. Describe your morning. Talk about what you ate, what you're feeling, in English, out loud.
Even if nobody is listening?
Especially if nobody is listening. No pressure, no judgment. Just you and the language building a relationship.
A relationship with English. I love that. May, can I ask, how do we stay motivated when we don't see results fast?
Okay, this is so important. Track your streak, not your progress. Because progress in language learning is invisible for a long time. You don't see it building. And then one day, boom, you realize you're fluent.
Like the jar of stones.
Exactly like the jar of stones. So instead of asking, am I better yet? Ask, did I do my 15 minutes today? If yes, you win. Put a check mark. Build that streak.
And seeing that streak grow is motivating on its own?
Very motivating, because you don't want to break it. Even on hard days, you think, I can't break my 30-day streak for 0 minutes of practice.
That's actually real. I wouldn't want to break the streak.
It works, I promise. Gamify your habit. Make it a little game. Celebrate every 7 days, every 30 days. Give yourself small rewards.
Like what kind of rewards?
Whatever you enjoy. A favorite snack, an extra episode of your favorite show, a little celebration with yourself. Your brain responds to reward. That's just how we're wired.
So we're basically training our brain like a puppy.
That is honestly the most accurate description. Yes. Good brain, here's a treat. Now do it again tomorrow.
Okay, May, I feel so energized right now. Let me make sure I got it all. 15 minutes a day, small and consistent, habit stacking, speak out loud even if it's messy, track the streak, Reward yourself.
That is the complete system, and it works for any level, beginner, intermediate, advanced. The method is the same. Adjust the content to your level, but keep the 15 minutes every single day.
And one more thing. What's the biggest mistake people make with this system?
Skipping 2 days in a row. 1 skip is human. 2 skips is the beginning of quitting. So the rule is never skip twice.
Never skip twice. Got it.
Miss 1 day, okay, life happened, but the next day, no excuses. You show up.
I love this so much. May, I feel like I can actually do this now. 15 minutes feels so doable. I'm not scared anymore.
That's exactly how it should feel. Small, doable, and real. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be ready. You just need to start today.
Today. Not Monday, not next month. Today.
Today is always the best day to begin. All right, English learners, you now have everything you need. 15 minutes every day. No excuses. You can do this.
And remember, messy but spoken beats perfect but silent.
Before we go, we have one question for you, our amazing listeners. What is the biggest challenge that stops you from practicing English every day? Is it time? Fear of mistakes? No one to practice with? Tell us in the comments below. We read every single one.
We really do. So leave your answer and let's help each other grow.
Thank you so much for spending your 15 minutes with us today. That already counts as your English practice. Well done.
See you tomorrow, everyone.
See you tomorrow. Keep going, keep growing, and we'll be right here with you. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.